Previous mobilizing partners for mission lessons have emphasized the critical role of education in encouraging faithfulness and partnering in God's mission. However, education alone often fails to generate sufficient motivation or lasting transformation. To foster enduring faithfulness and partnership, church leaders must cultivate personal connections with members. This lesson explores visitation as a proven approach to create these connections within the local church. The practice of visitation with a spiritual purpose originates from God Himself. Yahweh, the God of the covenant, desires an intimate relationship with His creation. In the beginning, Adam and Eve enjoyed communion with God without barriers. After their rebellion, God's response was not immediate judgment, but a visitation. Each divine visitation includes a word of instruction, an opportunity for humans to speak out, attending to human needs, and a word of hope. The climax event in the redemption of humanity is rooted in a visitation. Emmanuel, God with us, or God visiting us. The culmination of redemption history will also involve visitation as God establishes His dwelling among humanity. From beginning to end, visitation is essential in God's relationship with humanity. As spiritual leaders, we are called to minister in the footsteps of God. The Bible describes us as under shepherds, and the prophet Ezekiel warns of the consequences of neglecting shepherding. Apostle Paul combined public teaching with personal home visitation to nurture the people of God. Ellen G. White stresses that visitation is essential for a pastor or a spiritual leader. The pastor is a shepherd of the sheep. There is visitation to be done. Visitation plays a vital role in fostering long-term faithfulness by expressing love, the primary motivating force for discipleship. God's love, expressed through human kindness, draws His people back to faithfulness. John Stott states, "There is no quicker way of bridging the gap between preacher and people than meeting them in their homes." Visitations provide an opportunity for members, for believers, to experience God's love personally, motivating them to faithfulness, as seen in Jesus' encounter with Zacchaeus. Effective home visitation requires intentional planning and organization. Ellen G. White emphasizes that home visitation should involve earnest conversation and prayer, not just casual chat. A specific stewardship visitation is a sensitive but important aspect of pastoral ministry. It aims at nurturing regular participation in tithing and offerings. As spiritual leaders, our responsibility encompasses both teaching and correcting or warning. During stewardship visitation, spiritual leaders assess understanding, inspire commitment, and encourage faithfulness. However, stewardship visitation should only be part of a broader, systematic visitation program. During these visits, it is important to address common excuses with biblical reminders of God's provision, care, wisdom, and control. A systematic visitation program is one of the most effective strategies for helping members grow in faithfulness, especially in giving. Those who engage in visitation as a means of building faithfulness and partnership will be seen as kingdom builders.